Well, I think immediately after the election, I was just myself a little bit apprehensive about how to go about like opening. Should I open a discussion? Do we just pretend it didn't happen? Well, obviously we can't pretend it didn't happen, but like, do we just teach the lesson for that day and not acknowledge what just went on? So I was really kind of struggling with like an existential thing that I was going through, and I just thought they're familiar with it. They know what's going on, so we should open this up. And we were studying that day, so it tied in with the lesson plan actually, because we were studying Geek Love. It's a novel by Catherine Dunn, and it's really about like all of these unique people. And so I thought, okay, let's talk about this. It was the first day we were talking about Geek Love, but in relation to what just happened with the election. And it was really inspiring to me because I'm not a Trump supporter. I was very surprised, much like many other people were. So I opened it up, and I was nervous, and I said, this is going to be respectful. It's going to be an atmosphere. If it starts being people saying you're wrong or that's not okay, then we'll just totally shut the discussion down. We'll have a quiz or something. So they were really respectful. I mean, by the end, the people who were avid Trump supporters were shaking hands with the Hillary Clinton supporters who were really disappointed in the outcome of the election. And so I thought that was inspiring, and it really put like a human spin on it for me, that it wasn't just, these like what you think of when you heard about, Trump supporters. And I think that there are those, who fall into that category, but a lot of it like for people who are like, yeah, my parents have their farm and they don't want to lose their farm. So it put on this human spin, I think, for me and for others who were not also supporting him. So yeah, I thought that was inspiring, the day after kind of discussion. So there was that. But I mean, going forward from that, I've seen there have been protests on campus, and I think there should be. I think this is the time to utilize free speech and say the things that you think. So yeah, and I feel like students are more open to talking about. Before it was like, can we talk about politics? Now they're like, we have to. This is part of our life. And so I think that's kind of inspiring in ways. It's like almost like when things get super chaotic with what's going on with the government and with the presidential system, students become more active and more politically involved. So I think that can be inspiring in ways.
Okay. I'm going to pause real